The Force is light and full of shadows. Before we dive in, check the link in the description if you want exclusive Timelines members-only videos you won't find on YouTube. All on our Patreon. The warehouse is dark, industrial, rusted machinery, broken crates, shadows everywhere. In the center, a blue-white ray shield humming with energy. Inside the shield, Anakin Skywalker and Captain Rex, both tense, alert, confused. Outside the shield, 20 meters away, ARC Trooper 5s, CT 5555, no helmet, face slick with sweat, eyes dilated, trembling. He's drugged. Nala says injection from the Kamino shuttle, synthetic compounds causing paranoia, aggression, incoherence. But he's desperate, trying to explain. The chips, 5 shouts, voice cracking. They put them in our heads, in the embryo room on Kamino, Stage 3 development. Every clone has one. Anakin's hand hovers near his lightsaber. 5s, calm down. We're here to help. You don't understand. 5 staggers forward. When the order comes, Order 66, you'll kill them. All of them. The Jedi. You won't even know you're doing it. Rex steps forward. Voice steady, trying to reach his brother. 5s. Brother, you're not making sense. What chips? What order? They inhibitors. They're control devices. The Chancellor, Palpatine. He's behind it. He's outside the warehouse. Engines. Heavy footsteps. Armor clanking. The Coruscant Guard. Commander Fox leads them. CC 1010. Red striped armor, gleaming. DC 17 blaster pistols raised. 24 shock troopers behind him. They spread out, surrounding the warehouse, weapons trained on 5s. Fox's voice booms through his helmet speaker. CT 5555. You are wanted for attempted assassination of the Supreme Chancellor. Stand down and surrender immediately. 5 spins toward them, panicked. No, you don't understand. The Chancellor, he's the one. He told me. He showed me. Fox takes a step forward. This is your final warning, trooper. Stand down. 5's eyes dart to the crate beside him. Rex's DC 17 blaster pistols, placed there earlier when 5's demanded they prove their trust by disarming. 5's reaches for one. Fox's finger tightens on the trigger, 0.7 seconds from firing. Then, without warning, time fractures. Anakin Skywalker's mind detonates. The memory flood. Not a vision. Not a premonition. Complete. Absolute. Lived experience. 23 years compressed into 3 seconds. The Jedi Temple. Night. Smoke rising. The 501st marching behind him. Blue-striped armor. His brothers. His men. The council chamber doors. Younglings inside. Hiding. Terrified. Master Skywalker. There are too many of them. What are we going to do? His lightsaber igniting. Blue blade. Their screams. Mustafar. Lava below. Padme's ship landing. She runs to him. Anakin, you're breaking my heart. His hand rising. The Force squeezing her throat. Her gasping. Falling. Obi-Wan appearing. You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you. The duel. The high ground. The jump. The mistake. Obi-Wan's blade. Both legs. Left arm. Gone. The lava. The burning. The screaming that never stops. The operating table. Droids working. The mask descending. First mechanical breath. KHHHHH. Lord Vader. Can you hear me? Where is Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right? It seems in your anger you killed her. The rage. The denial. The truth settling like poison. 23 years. The suit. The breathing. The endless suffocating darkness. The Death Star. Alderaan exploding. Billions screaming. Leia tortured. She's holding back. Perhaps she would respond to an alternative form of persuasion. Cloud City. Luke's hand severed. I am your father. The second Death Star. The Emperor's throne room. Luke being electrocuted. Father, please. The choice. Lifting Palpatine. Lightning burning through the suit. The fall. The mask removed. scarred face beneath, dying. Tell your sister you were right. All of it. Every murder. Every betrayal. Every moment of howling self-hatred. Then present reality slams back. Anakin is standing in the warehouse, Rey shield humming, Fox's finger on the trigger. And he understands. With perfect, absolute clarity. Fives is telling the truth. The chips are real. Palpatine is the Sith Lord. Order 66 will destroy everything. Unless he stops it. Right now, the intervention. Anakin's hand shoots out, not toward his lightsaber, toward the Force. Raw power erupts from him. Not the controlled precision of a Jedi, the desperate, overwhelming strength of a man saving his brothers. The Rey shield shatters, blue-white energy exploding in cascades of sparks and broken light. The generator smoking. Destroyed. Fox's blasters RIP from his hands. Every weapon the Coruscant Guard is holding. 24 DC-17s, stun batons, detonators, flying across the warehouse, clattering to the floor in a pile 30 meters away. Five stumbles forward, alive, gasping. Rex whirls to Anakin. General. Fox and his shock troopers freeze, weaponless, staring. Anakin steps between Fives and Fox. His lightsaber ignites with a snap hiss, blue blade casting harsh shadows. His voice is cold, absolute, nothing like the Anakin they know. Nobody shoots my men. Fox's response. Fox raises his empty hands slowly, but doesn't back down. General Skywalker, that trooper is wanted for attempted assassination of the Supreme Chancellor. By order of... I know, Anakin interrupts, voice flat. I know exactly what the Chancellor is. The warehouse goes silent. Just the hum of Anakin's lightsaber. The distant sound of Coruscant traffic above. Fox's helmet tilts slightly. Processing. Sir. I don't understand. I know about the chips, Fox. I know about Order 66. I know what Palpatine is planning. And I know Fives is telling the truth. You believe me. Anakin doesn't turn. Keeps his eyes on Fox. I believe you, Fives. And we're going to stop it. Rex's choice. Rex looks from Anakin to Fives to Fox, the loyalty hierarchy rewriting itself in real time. He's served under Anakin for 3 years, fought beside him on 100 battlefields, trusts him more than anyone. But this is different. This is defying direct orders, interfering with a Republic arrest, going against the Chancellor himself. Rex's hand moves to his holstered DC-17. Sir? Rex says slowly. Carefully. What are your orders? The standoff. Fox's shock troopers are frozen. Weapons scattered. Commander staring down a Jedi general and a clone captain. Fox's voice is measured. Professional. General Skywalker, I respect you. We all do. But if you interfere with this arrest, you'll be committing treason. A republic controlled by a Sith Lord? A Chancellor who's planning to genocide every Jedi in the galaxy. Those are serious accusations, sir. They're facts. Anakin takes a step forward. Commander Fox, you and your men are going to walk out of here. You're going to report to the Chancellor that Fives is dead. That Rex and I are returning to the Jedi Temple. Understood? Fox's helmet turns slightly, looking at his scattered troops, at the destroyed Rey shield, at the General's ignited lightsaber, calculating odds. And if I refuse? Anakin's eyes flash. Yellow for just a fraction of a second, a flicker of the dark side bleeding through from those future memories. Then I'll make sure you can't report anything at all. The retreat. Fox holds Anakin's gaze for 5 long seconds. He's heard the rumors about General Skywalker. The temper. The aggression. The willingness to bend rules. He's never seen this. Move out, Fox orders his men. The Coruscant Guard files toward the exit. Slowly, reluctantly. As Fox passes Anakin, he stops. The Republic will hunt you for this, General. Let them try. Fox and his troops disappear into the Coruscant night. The warehouse falls silent. The aftermath. Anakin deactivates his lightsaber. His legs nearly give out. The adrenaline fading. The weight of what he just did settling. He turned on Republic forces, threatened a clone commander, defied the Chancellor's orders. There's no going back. Rex approaches slowly. Sir, what just happened? Anakin looks at his captain. His brother. I saved a life. That's what happened. Fives is still on his knees, tears streaming down his face. I thought I was going to die alone, that no one would ever know. Anakin crosses to him, kneels, places a hand on Fives' shoulder. You're not dying today, soldier. And everyone's going to know. I promise you that. Rex helps Fives to his feet. Can you walk? Fives nods weakly, but he's trembling, sweating, pupils dilated. Anakin sees it. The drugs, still in his system, killing him slowly. He's still poisoned, Anakin says. Whatever they gave him is cooking him from the inside. Rex checks Fives' pulse, racing, erratic. He needs medical attention. The temple has... No. Anakin cuts him off. The temple is compromised. Palpatine has spies everywhere. Informants. We can't trust anyone there. Then where? Anakin looks around the warehouse, at the shadows, the rust, the broken machinery. Down, deeper into the underworld, we disappear, and we plan. Fives manages a weak laugh, blood on his teeth, just like Umbra, going rogue. Except this time, the entire Republic is the enemy, the Descent. They move through the warehouse toward a maintenance hatch in the floor, Rex supporting Fives, Anakin leading. Every few steps, Fives stumbles. The drugs attacking his neural pathways. The chips, he gasps between breaths. Every clone, the embryo room on Kamino. Stage 3 development. They put them in. Save your strength, Rex urges. No. Fives grabs Rex's armor, fingers white-knuckled. You have to understand. When the order comes, you'll kill them. All of them. The Jedi? You won't even know you're doing it. Anakin's jaw tightens. He's already seen it. The temple burning. Younglings dead. Rex pulling the trigger on Ahsoka. I know, Anakin says quietly. I've seen it. Rex looks at him. Sir? Later. Right now we need to get off this level. Move. They descend through the maintenance hatch, into darkness. Behind them, the warehouse is empty, except for scattered weapons and a destroyed ray shield generator. Evidence of what just happened. Evidence that will reach the Chancellor within the hour. Level 1200. Service tunnels. The descent takes them through Coruscant's forgotten infrastructure. Pipes, cables, ducts big enough to walk through. No light except Anakin's wristcom and Rex's helmet lamps. Every 100 meters they stop. Fives doubles over, retching, shaking. The drugs, Anakin says, watching him. Kaminoan biochemistry, designed to mimic neurological breakdown. Make him seem insane. Anakin doesn't answer. He's searching his Vader memories. Did the Empire use similar compounds? Did Palpatine? No. But he remembers the dark side techniques, the healing, the manipulation of midichlorians. I can help him, Anakin says, but not here. We need somewhere secure. Off the grid. How far down are we going? As far as we need to. They continue descending. Level 1100. 1000. 900. The deeper they go, the more Coruscant transforms. Less city, more industrial. Machinery that hasn't been maintained in decades. Abandoned power stations. Finally, level 842. Anakin stops at a derelict power station. The door rusted shut. He ignites his lightsaber, cuts through the lock. Inside, darkness. Dust. The smell of ozone and decay. But it's off the grid. No surveillance. No tracking. Safe. The safe house. Rex lays Fives on a makeshift cot. A sheet of metal propped on 2 crates. Fives is shivering. Pupils completely dilated now. Pulse racing at 180 beats per minute. He's dying, Rex says flatly. Not if I can help it. Anakin kneels beside Fives. Watch the door. This is going to take time. Sir, you're not a medic. I'm a Jedi. Anakin places his hands on Fives' temples. And I've learned some unconventional techniques. Rex hesitates, then nods, moves to the door, takes up guard position. The dark side healing. Anakin closes his eyes. Reaches into the Force. Not the serene light side meditation the Jedi teach. This is active, aggressive, commanding. This is what Vader knew. The power of the dark side, to impose will on reality itself. He can feel the poison in Five's bloodstream. Synthetic compounds scrambling neural pathways, creating false signals, amplifying fear and paranoia. To remove it requires more than meditation. It requires control, precision, power, the kind Palpatine taught him in the future that hasn't happened yet. Anakin's hands begin to glow, faint amber light, not the clean blue of Jedi healing. His face tightens in concentration, veins standing out on his temples. Fives convulses once, goes rigid. Black-red toxins begin to seep from Five's pores, like sweat, evaporating into mist. Rex watches from the doorway, horrified. General, your eyes. Anakin's eyes flicker. Blue, yellow, blue, yellow. I know, Anakin grits out. I'm in control. Just let me work. The internal battle. Inside Fives' mind, Anakin fights the drug at a cellular level. He sees the neural pathways, scrambled, false signals firing. The brain attacking itself. In his Vader memories, he remembers Sidious teaching him to sustain life through the dark side, to manipulate midi-chlorians, to force the body to obey. But using those techniques now, before his fall, is dangerous. The dark side whispers, seductive, promising. You can save him. You can save them all, if you just embrace what you are. No, not what he is, what he was. In the future, Anakin pushes back, using the dark side's power, but not surrendering to its will. It's a razor's edge. One slip and he falls, but he holds. The purge, with a final surge of force energy. Anakin rips the last of the toxins from Five's system. The black-red mist dissipates. Fives gasps, eyes snapping open, clear, focused, aware. Anakin collapses backward, drenched in sweat, hands trembling. Rex rushes over, catches the general before he hits the floor. Sir, I'm fine. Anakin's breathing is ragged. Just give me a minute. Five sits up slowly, looking around. The fog is gone. The paranoia is gone. His mind is clear for the first time since Nala Se drugged him. General? His voice is steady. What happened? You were dying, Rex says, helping Anakin to his feet. The general saved you. Fives looks at Anakin with new eyes, seeing something in the general's face. Something haunted. Thank you, sir. Anakin just nods, too exhausted to speak. They sit in silence for several minutes, catching their breath, processing. Finally, Five speaks. We need to talk. About the chips. About everything. I know. Anakin says. Tell us. All of it. Without the drugs clouding your mind. Five's testimony. Fives lays it out. Clear. Coherent. Precise. The Battle of Ringo Vinda. Toop's malfunction. The discovery of the tumor. The inhibitor chip. The removal of his own chip with AZI. Three's help in the Kamino and medical bay. The embryo room revelation. Every clone has one, implanted at stage 3 development. Shock T sending him to Coruscant. Nala Se drugging him on the shuttle. The private meeting with Palpatine at the Grand Republic medical facility. The Chancellor told me himself, Five says, voice hard. He smiled when he said it. He revealed the whole plan. The chips. The contingency orders. Order 66. Rex's fists clench. What is Order 66? In the event of Jedi officers acting against the interests of the Republic, Fives recites from memory, all battalion commanders are to execute their Jedi officers immediately and without hesitation. The words hang in the air like a death sentence. Rex goes pale. Execute? The Jedi? Every single one? Fives confirms. Across the entire galaxy, simultaneously, one command from Palpatine and 3 million clones become weapons against the Order. That's Rex can't finish. Genocide, Anakin finishes, his voice hollow. It's a genocide, and we're the weapons. And a king's revelation. Fives looks at the general. Sir, how did you know? How did you know to believe me? Anakin meets his eyes, decides to tell the truth, at least part of it. I had a vision. Through the Force, I saw the future. The Jedi Temple burning. Clone troopers, our brothers gunning down their generals. The Order destroyed in a single night. He looks at Rex. I saw you trying to execute Ahsoka, hunting her through a Star Destroyer. You didn't want to, but the chip forced you. Rex's voice is barely a whisper. I would never. You wouldn't. Anakin agrees. But the chip would. That's the point. It's not you. It's the programming. Fives nods. The Chancellor said the same thing. He told me no one would believe me. That the chips are too small. Too well hidden. That even if I proved they existed, he'd spin it as a safety measure. He's right, Anakin says. The Jedi Council won't believe this. Not without proof. Not without evidence they can verify. Then we get proof, Rex says, standing, decisive. We go to Kamino. We get the records, the schematics, everything. That's a suicide mission, Fives points out. Kamino is heavily fortified. The Kaminoans are in on it. And if Palpatine suspects we're coming, then we move fast. Anakin interrupts. Before he knows what we're planning. Before he can activate Order 66 as a failsafe. The comlink call. Anakin's personal comlink chirps. He checks the ID, freezes. Padme Amidala, Senator Naboo. Rex sees his expression. Sir, it's Padme. Anakin's voice is tight. In his Vader memories, she died because of him. Because of his choices. Because he choked her on Mustafar and broke her heart. She's calling him now. Alive. Safe. Unaware of what's coming. Answer it, Rex says quietly. Anakin activates the comm. Padme. Her voice is urgent. Worried. Anakin, where are you? Obi-Wan just contacted me. He said the Coruscant guard reported an incident on level 1325. That you attacked them. That you're harboring a fugitive clone. It's complicated. The Chancellor is calling for your arrest, Anakin. He's telling the Jedi Council you've been compromised. That you're aiding a mentally unstable trooper who attempted to assassinate him. Anakin closes his eyes. Of course. Palpatine is already spinning the narrative. Padme, I can't explain over an open channel. But I need you to trust me. Everything the Chancellor is saying, it's a lie. He's not who you think he is. What are you talking about? I can't say. Not now. But I will. Soon. I promise. There's a long pause. Then, Anakin, please, come to me. Let me help you. Whatever this is, we can fix it together. I can't. Not yet. Just stay safe. Don't trust Palpatine. Don't trust anyone in the Senate until I can explain. Anakin, I love you. Padme. He cuts the comm. The silence that follows is heavy. Rex doesn't look at him. Gives him privacy. But the words are out there now. Finally, Rex says quietly, Your secret's safe with me, General. Always has been. Anakin looks at his captain. I know, Rex. That's why we're going to win. The plan begins. Fives stirs on the cot, sitting up fully now, color returning to his face. If we're going to Kamino, we need men. Soldiers we can trust. Who'll believe us? The 501st, Rex says immediately. They're loyal to the General, not the Senate, not the Chancellor. Anakin nods. How many are on Coruscant? Approximately 3,000. Stationed at the Republic military base and various garrison posts. We contact them. Small groups. Covert. Tell them the truth. Give them a choice. And if they don't believe us, Fives asks. Then we show them. Anakin stands. Decision made. We remove their chips. Prove the conspiracy is real. Then we give them the same choice you gave me, Fives. Freedom or slavery. Rex activates his comlink. Encrypted channel. I can reach the senior officers. Apo, Jesse, Kix. Hard case. They'll listen. Do it, Anakin says. But carefully. One wrong move and Palpatine activates Order 66 early. We need to move fast but quiet. The message. Rex composes a message. Sends it to 5 senior 501st officers. This is Captain Rex. What I'm about to tell you is classified beyond top secret. General Skywalker has uncovered a conspiracy that threatens every clone in the GAR. Meet me at coordinates I'm sending. Come alone. Tell no one. Be prepared for the truth to change everything. He sends it. Encrypted. Untraceable. Now they wait. The response, within 10 minutes, responses come in. Kicks. On my way. Moving out. Apo. This better be worth it, Captain. Hard case. Always ready for action. One more. Dogma. The trooper who executed General Krell on Umbara after realizing he'd been betrayed. Dogma. After Umbara, I learned to question orders. I'll be there. 4 hours, Rex says. We have 4 hours before they arrive. Then we use that time to prepare. Fives. You'll tell your story. Rex and I will back you up. And then we'll show them the proof. What proof? Fives asks. Anakin's expression darkens. We're going to remove a chip. Right in front of them. Show them it's real. Whose chip? Mine, Rex says quietly. Everyone turns to look at him. You're sure? Anakin asks. I need to know, Rex says. If there's something in my head controlling me, I want it out. And if removing it proves the conspiracy to my brothers, then that's what we do. Five stands. Crosses to Rex. Places a hand on his shoulder. You're braver than any of us, brother. I'm just a soldier, Rex says, following the right orders for once. The gathering point. Anakin chooses a location. Sublevel 600, an abandoned factory district. Massive industrial bay. Empty for decades. They move through the underworld tunnels. Fives walking on his own now, strength returning. The city above continues its endless rhythm. Millions of beings, unaware that below them, a revolution is beginning. They reach the factory. Vast, dark, echoing. Anakin lights the space with glow rods. Rex sets up a makeshift comm station. Fives prepares to tell his story. Again, for the 5th time in 2 days. But this time, people will believe him. One by one, the 500 first officers arrive. Kicks first. The medic, suspicious since Fives' death. When he sees Fives alive, he rushes forward, embraces his brother. They said you were dead. I almost was, Fives says. ARC trooper, loyal, furious when he hears the truth. Apo, sergeant, skeptical but willing to listen. Hard case, heavy weapons specialist, ready to fight whoever the enemy is. Dogma. The one who learned on Umbara that blind obedience leads to betrayal. They gather around Anakin and Rex, waiting. The revelation. Anakin stands before his men. 5 of his best soldiers, brothers he's led through hell. What I'm about to tell you will sound insane, Anakin begins. But I need you to listen. All the way through. He nods to Fives, and Fives tells the story. Clear, coherent, every detail. The chips, the embryo room, Palpatine's confession, Order 66. When he finishes, silence. Then Jesse explodes. The Chancellor did this to us. Apo is skeptical. Sir, with all due respect, it's hard to believe. The Supreme Chancellor, the man who's led the Republic through this war, is a Sith Lord, Anakin says flatly. Darth Sidious. He's been manipulating both sides, the Republic and the Separatists, orchestrating the entire war. Kick steps forward. I believe Fives. I always did. Something was wrong. The way they covered it up. The way they silenced him. Hard case. Point me at the enemy. General. I'm ready. Dogma is quiet. Processing. After Umbara, after Krell, I swore I'd never follow orders blindly again. If this is true, then we've been slaves from the start. You have been, Anakin says. All of you. Every clone. But not anymore. Because I'm going to free you. Every single one. The surgery. Anakin gestures to Rex. Captain Rex has volunteered to have his chip removed. Right here. Right now. So you can see it's real. Kix immediately shifts into medic mode. I'll need equipment, surgical tools, sterilization. But I'll guide the procedure with the Force. My perception will help you locate the chip precisely. They set up a surgical station, a metal table, glow rods for light, Kix's field medical kit. Rex removes his helmet. Lies down on the table. You sure about this? Kix asks. Do it, Rex says. The procedure. Kix makes the incision at the base of Rex's skull. Small. Precise. Anakin places his hand near the incision, not touching, just sensing. Through the Force, He can see inside, the neural pathways, the brain tissue. And there, small as a grain of sand, Anakin says, 2 centimeters down, slightly left. Kix follows his guidance. Microforceps, steady hands. The other clones watch, holding their breath. Kix extracts something, tiny, metallic, organic mechanical hybrid. He holds it up to the light, the inhibitor chip. Physical, tangible, real. Jesse stares. I'll be damned. Appo's skepticism crumbles. It's true. It's all true. Rex sits up, touches the back of his head, the incision already being sealed by Kix. I can feel it, Rex says quietly. Something's different. Like a weight I didn't know was there is gone. That's freedom, brother, Five says. The choice. Anakin addresses the group. Now you know. The chips are real. Order 66 is real. And if we don't stop it, every Jedi in the galaxy dies, including me. He pauses, letting that sink in. I'm going to stop Palpatine. I'm going to expose him. I'm going to free every clone in the Grand Army, but it's going to require you to go rogue, to defy the Republic, to become fugitives. Some of you might not survive. The clones exchange glances. Then, as one, they remove their helmets. Appo speaks for all of them. We're with you, General, to the end. Then spread the word, Anakin says. Contact your men, small groups. No more than 50 at a time. Bring them here. We'll remove their chips. Build an army of free soldiers. How many are we talking about? Jesse asks. 3,500 first on Coruscant, Rex says. We'll start with them. Then we move to Kamino. Hardcase grins. Finally, a mission worth fighting for. The first surgery. Jesse volunteers next. He lies on the table. Kix performs the procedure again. Anakin guiding with the Force. The chip is removed. Jesse sits up, tests his reflexes, looks at his hands. I feel clearer, sharper. Like I've been seeing through fog my whole life and it just lifted. One by one, the others volunteer. Appo, Hardcase, Dogma. Each chip removed, each clone freed. By the time they're finished, 6 clones stand chip-free in the abandoned factory. The beginning of a revolution. Chapter end. Anakin looks at his men. His brothers. This is just the start. Over the next 3 days we're going to free 3,000 clones. Then we're going to Kamino. We're going to get the proof. And we're going to bring down a Sith Lord. Rex stands beside him. What are your orders, sir? Start bringing in the 500 first. 50 at a time. We work around the clock. And we do it quietly. If Palpatine finds out what we're doing before we're ready, he activates Order 66. Fives finishes. Exactly. So we move fast. We stay hidden. And we don't stop until every man in this legion is free. The clones nod. Determined. Ready. They disperse to contact their brothers. To spread the word. Anakin remains in the factory. Alone for a moment. In his mind, Vader's voice echoes. The mission. The nightmares. They're finally over. But they're not over. Not yet. They're just beginning. Coruscant Underworld. Sublevel 600. Abandoned Factory District. Day 2. 50 clones stand in formation. 501st Legion. Blue-striped armor. Helmets off. They're the second wave. Summoned by encrypted messages from their officers. Told to come alone. Tell no one. They look confused, wary, some angry. 5 stands before them. ARC Trooper. Supposedly dead. Very much alive. Brothers, 5 begins. My name is CT. 5555. 5s. You've been told I'm dead. You've been told I was a traitor. Both are lies. He tells the story. Again. The chips. Kamino. Palpatine. Order 66. When he finishes, the reactions are mixed. Some believe immediately. Others think he's insane. A few think Anakin has lost his mind. Then Kix steps forward. Holds up a container. 6 inhibitor chips inside. Physical proof. I removed these myself. From Captain Rex. From Jesse. From Appo. They're real. 1 clone. CT. 4477, no nickname. Speaks up. How do we know those aren't just Medical implants. Safety devices like they told us. Anakin answers, because I can scan your brain right now with the Force. I can show you exactly where your chip is. And if you let Kix remove it, you'll feel the difference. CT 4477 hesitates. Then, do it. Scan me. Anakin places his hand near the clone's head. Not touching, just sensing through the Force. Base of your skull, 2 centimeters deep, interfaced with your cerebellum, exactly where 5 said it would be. The clone goes pale, reaches back, touches the spot. I want it out. Then lie down, Kix says. Let's get you free. The assembly line over the next 72 hours, the operation runs non-stop. 50 clones at a time, arriving in civilian clothes, no armor, no weapons. Just brothers, seeking truth. The factory becomes a surgical center. Kix trains 3 other medics, clones from different battalions who were secretly recruited. 4 surgical stations, running simultaneously. Anakin moves between them, using the Force to guide each procedure, pinpointing chip locations with millimeter precision. It's exhausting. Every scan drains him. Every hour he's using the Force in ways that blur the line between light and dark. But he doesn't stop. The dissenters. Not every clone agrees to the surgery. Some refuse to believe. Loyalty to the Republic runs deep. One clone, CT 9124, nicknamed Loyal, confronts Anakin directly. Sir, with respect, this sounds like separatist propaganda. How do we know you're not the one who's been compromised? Anakin respects that. You don't, and I won't force you. But let Kix scan your brain. If there's no chip, I'm wrong. If there is, you have a choice to make. When Kix confirms the chip's presence, Loyal stares at the datapad for a long time. All my life I've followed orders. It's what we were made for. And now you're telling me that my entire purpose is based on a lie. Not your entire purpose, Rex says. You're still a soldier, still a brother, but now you get to choose what you fight for. Loyal nods slowly. Remove it. The refusals, a small percentage refuse even after confirmation. Maybe 5%. They don't believe Palpatine would do this. They think it's a trick. They're too loyal to question. Anakin lets them go. I won't hold you prisoner, he says, but you can't report this. If you do, you'll get your brothers killed. Most agree to stay silent. A few don't. Rex suggests detaining them. Anakin refuses. We're not building an empire. We don't imprison people for disagreeing. Even if they get us killed, even then. One clone, CT 6116, leaves immediately, heads straight for the Coruscant guard barracks. Within hours, Commander Fox knows that Fives is alive, that Anakin is conducting illegal surgeries, that the 501st is going rogue. Fox doesn't report it, not yet, because a seed of doubt has been planted in his mind, a question he can't shake. What if they're right? The psychological shift, for many clones, chip removal is profound. They've been told their entire lives that they're bred to serve, that obedience is in their DNA. Removing the chip doesn't change their genetics, but it removes the failsafe, the override, the last piece of Kamino and control. For the first time, they're truly autonomous. Some clones cry, others laugh, a few just sit in silence, processing. One clone, CT 7291, sits with his hands over his face for 10 minutes after the surgery. When he finally looks up, he says, I've been a number my whole life. Can I choose a name now? Of course, Five says. I want to be called Frost, after the ice on Renvar, where I first felt like more than a weapon. Then you're Frost, Anakin says. Welcome to freedom. Day 3. The count by the end of the 3rd day. The numbers are staggering. 2,847 clones, chip-free, loyal by choice, not programming. They gather in the factory, the largest assembly of free clones in the galaxy. Anakin stands before them, exhausted, pale. He's used the Force almost continuously for 3 days, but he stands. Brothers, Anakin says, voice carrying through the massive space. You've made a choice to be free, a choice to stand against the corruption at the heart of the Republic. The road ahead is dangerous. We're going to raid Kamino. We're going to steal evidence that proves what's been done to you. And we're going to bring down the Sith Lord who's been pulling the strings of this war. The Senate will call us criminals. The galaxy will call us rogue. But we know the truth. We're not rogue. We're free. Are you with me? The response shakes the building. Sir. Yes, sir. 3,000 voices. In perfect unison. Deafening, Rex steps forward, presents Anakin with something. Modified 501st armor. Blue and white, but with subtle changes. No Republic insignia. Personal markings instead. A symbol of their independence. You're one of us now, General, Rex says. Officially. Anakin takes the armor. Throat tight. I've always been one of you, Rex. Now the whole galaxy will know it. The Kamino Plan War Room. Holographic display of Kamino. Tipoca City gleaming above endless ocean. Anakin, Rex, Fives, Apo, Jesse, Kix, and Hardcase gather around. Objective: infiltrate Tipoca City. Access Kamino and Central Archives. Download all data on inhibitor chip program. Secure evidence of Palpatine's involvement. Broadcast galaxy-wide message to all clones. Escape before Kamino and Defense Forces respond. Assets: 2,847 chip-free clones. 3 Venator-class Star Destroyers currently docked at Coruscant shipyards. Republic access codes. Still valid. Element of surprise. The plan. Phase 1. Seize 3 Venators using legitimate Republic authorization. The 501st is authorized to deploy. No one will question it until they're gone. Phase 2. Jump to hyperspace before anyone realizes they've gone rogue. Phase 3. Arrive at Kamino posing as routine inspection and rotation. Phase 4. Split into strike teams once inside Tipoca City. Team 1, Anakin and Rex. Central Archives, Team 2, Fives and Apo, Communication Array. Team 3, Jesse and Kix. Security distraction. Phase 5. Exfiltrate before Kaminos realize what happened. Timeline: 6 hours to seize the Venators. 18 hours in hyperspace. 2-hour window on Kamino before reinforcements. Risks: the Jedi will realize Anakin stole Republic warships. Kamino's defenses are substantial. If Palpatine learns of the raid, he could activate Order 66 early. They'll be branded traitors galaxy-wide. Fives looks at the plan. It's insane. It's necessary, Anakin says. And we're going to succeed. The Caesar, Coruscant shipyards. Orbital Platform 7. 0400 hours. Day 4. 3 Venator-class Star Destroyers float in dock. Resolute, Anakin's flagship. Defiance, Vigilance, under cover of darkness, and forged deployment orders. The 501st boards. The skeleton crews manning the ships are loyal 501st. No outsiders, no witnesses. Republic security doesn't question it. The 501st has authorization. General Skywalker is a hero. Why would they suspect anything? As the last clone boards, Rex turns to Anakin. Once we leave orbit, there's no going back. The Republic will hunt us. We're not coming back until we've won. The Venator's engines roar to life. The alarm. On the ground. Sensors detect the unauthorized departure. Jedi Temple. Master Windu receives the alert. He contacts the Resolute. This is the Jedi Council. You are not authorized for departure. Power down your engines immediately. Anakin doesn't respond. Mace tries again. Anakin, what are you doing? Still nothing. The Resolute's hyperdrive charges. Blue-white light building. Obi-Wan's voice cuts in. Anakin, please, talk to me. Whatever this is, we can fix it together. Anakin's finger hovers over the comm. He wants to explain. Wants to tell Obi-Wan everything. But there's no time. And Obi-Wan wouldn't understand. Not yet. The hyperdrive engages. In a flash of light, the 3 Venators vanish. Jedi Temple. Council Chamber. Emergency session. All masters present. Mace Windu paces. Furious. Anakin just stole 3 Republic warships and 3,000 clone troopers. This is mutiny. Obi-Wan stands. There must be an explanation. Anakin wouldn't do this without cause. What cause justifies stealing military assets? Kiadi Mundi demands. Yoda closes his eyes, reaching through the Force. Clouded young Skywalker's path is. Feel great turmoil I do. Fear. Determination. But also, certainty. Certainty of what? Plo Koon asks. No, I do not. But wrong something is. More to this there is. The Chancellor is demanding we declare Skywalker a rogue operative, issue a galaxy-wide warrant. Find out what he knows. He's not answering our transmissions. Shakti's hologram appears from Kamino. Masters, I may have relevant information. 3 days ago, I received a report about a clone trooper named Fives. CT 5555. He claimed the clones have control chips in their brains. Every master turns to her. I dismissed it as the paranoid delusions of a traumatized soldier. But, what if I was wrong? Mace's expression hardens. You're saying Anakin might be acting on information about these chips. It's possible. Investigate this we must. But carefully. If chips exist, dangerous they are. If not, losing Anakin to paranoia we are. Hyperspace. Abard the resultude. 18 hours in transit. Time to prepare. Anakin stands in the war room, reviewing Kamino schematics. Rex beside him. The Kaminoans will be suspicious, Rex says. We've never deployed the entire Legion to Kamino. Routine maintenance following the Fives incident. And when they realize we're lying, we move fast. Fives enters, checking his gear. Going back to the place where they put this thing in my head. I'm ready to burn it all down. We're not burning anything, Anakin says. We're taking data, evidence. Then we're getting out. Jesse joins them. Kix is preparing emergency medical supplies. If things go wrong. They won't, Anakin interrupts. We've trained for this. We know the facility. We have the element of surprise. Do we? Fives asks. Palpatine knows we escaped Coruscant. He has to suspect we're coming. Maybe, but he doesn't know when or how, and by the time he figures it out, we'll already have the proof. Kamino orbit. 0800 local time. The 3 Venators drop out of hyperspace above the stormy ocean world. Immediate hail from Tipoca City Control. This is Tipoca City Control. Identify yourselves and state your purpose. Anakin responds calmly. This is General Anakin Skywalker, commanding the 501st Legion. We're here for scheduled inspection and chip maintenance protocol. But he keeps his voice steady. Check your classified orders from the Supreme Chancellor's office. Authorization code Alpha 77 Omega. Rex whispers, if they verify with Coruscant, they won't. 36-hour comm delay this far out. They'll assume clerical error. Another pause. Then, authorization confirmed, General. Proceed to landing Platform 5. Rex exhales. That was too easy. Don't question it. Just move. Landing. Lightning flashing. They land at Tipoca City. Massive cloning facility stretching across the ocean. White towers. Sterile architecture. The birthplace of the Grand Army. And the source of their enslavement. The Recipetition. Lama Su, Prime Minister of Kamino, and Nala Se wait on the platform. Tall, pale, large black eyes. Unsettling. General Skywalker, Lama Su says in his calm, clinical voice. We were not expecting such a large deployment. The Supreme Chancellor has concerns after the Fives incident. Anakin lies smoothly. We're conducting a full audit of the chip program. Nala Se's eyes narrow. That is unnecessary. We have already addressed the issue. Nevertheless, we're here on direct orders. You'll provide full access to the central archives and chip production facilities. Lama Su hesitates, calculating, then nods. Of course. We exist to serve the Republic. Behind his helmet, Five seethes. Seeing Nala Se, the one who drugged him, betrayed him, fills him with rage. Rex places a hand on his shoulder. Not yet. Brother. The deployment. The 501st disperses according to plan. Team 1, Anakin, Rex, 50 clones. Escorted by Lama Su to Central Archives. Team 2, Fives, Apo, 100 clones. Inspecting the communication array. Team 3, Jesse, Kix, 200 clones. Securing landing platforms. Reserve Force. 2,500 clones, holding the Venators, ready to deploy central archives. Vast data repository, rows of Kamino and servers, genetic records, training protocols, production schedules, every clone ever made. Their entire existence, recorded here. Lama Su watches as Anakin and Rex approach the main terminal. What precisely are you searching for, General? Terabytes of data, chip schematics, implantation protocols, Sith communication records, Dooku's orders, Palpatine's authorization codes. 15 minutes. That's how long it will take. Lama Su's eyes narrow. That is more extensive than a simple inspection. Problem? Anakin asks, hand drifting to his lightsaber. Not at all, but Lama Su is already activating a silent alarm. Communication array. Tipoca City comm tower. Fives and Apo reach it with their team. Kaminoan technicians look up, confused. This area is restricted. Fives stuns them with blaster set to stun. Not anymore. Apo secures the door while Fives accesses the system. He's prepared a message. Recorded earlier. It will broadcast on all clone military frequencies. Galaxy-wide. Fives message. CT. 5555. If you're hearing this, it means we've succeeded. They are control devices. Designed by the Sith Lord Darth Sidious, Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, to turn you into weapons against the Jedi. I have proof. We have proof. And we're transmitting it now. Check your heads. Base of the skull, near the brainstem. You've been told it prevents aggression. It doesn't. It controls you. You have a choice. Remove the chip, become free, or keep it and become a slave. When Order 66 is given, you won't have a choice anymore. You'll just obey. Don't let that happen. You're better than your programming. You're more than soldiers. You're brothers. And brothers fight for each other. May the Force be with you. Fives links the message to the archives download. When Anakin's extraction completes, the broadcast will go live automatically. The alarm. Central archives. Download hits 80%. Lama Su steps back. I have alerted security. You are attempting to steal classified Kaminoan property. Anakin doesn't flinch. It's not property. It's evidence of treason. Against whom? The Republic. Kaminoan security forces flood the archives. Clone troopers. Still with chips. Still programmed. General Skywalker, stand down. One shouts. Anakin ignites his lightsaber. I gave you an order, soldier. Lower your weapons. But they don't recognize his authority. Their programming overrides it. Rex steps forward. Brothers, listen to me. We're here to help you. The chips. Shut up, traitor! A Kamino garrison clone yells. The firefight erupts. Anakin deflects blaster fire, trying not to kill. These are still his brothers. Rex and his team return fire with stun bolts. The download hits 95%. Anakin feels the dark side pulling. It would be so easy to kill them. End the threat. But no, he won't become Vader. Not here. He uses the Force to disarm them instead, ripping blasters away, throwing clones into walls without lethal force. 100%. Download complete. Rex grabs the data cylinder. We're done. Move. They fight through waves of Kamino garrison forces, sprinting for the exit. The broadcast. Communication tower. Fives initiates transmission. The message goes live, transmitted across every clone military channel in the galaxy. On Coruscant, clones pause mid-patrol. On Kamino, garrison clones stop firing. Confusion spreading. On Republic warships across the Outer Rim, clone commanders hear Fives' voice. The galaxy shifts. The reaction. In the archives, one garrison clone lowers his weapon. It's true. I can feel it. The chip. It's there. Another follows. Then another. The firefight stops. Some clones still don't believe, still loyal to programming, but many hesitate. Question. One clone, a sergeant, steps forward. General, is it true? The chips? Anakin nods. It's true, and if you want to be free, we can remove them. But you have to choose. Now. The sergeant looks at his brothers, removes his helmet, kneels. I choose freedom. Dozens follow. Exfiltration landing platform. 5. The 501st regroups at the Venators. Anakin and Rex arrive, pursued by Lama Su and remaining loyal Kaminoan forces. You will not leave this planet, Lama Su declares. Anakin turns, lightsaber still ignited. Watch me. Hundreds of Kamino garrison clones surround the platform. But now some hesitate. Some lower weapons. One sergeant steps forward. General, the message. Is it real? Every word. The sergeant removes his helmet, kneels. Then I'm with you. Hundreds join. Not all, but enough. Kix sets up emergency surgery stations on the ships. They'll remove chips in transit. The departure. The Venators lift off. Engines roaring. Lama Su watches them go. Face unreadable. Inform the Chancellor, he tells Nala Se. Skywalker has gone rogue. Nala Se nods, already composing the message. Hyperspace debrief. Resolute. Command center. Anakin stands, exhausted. They did it. They have the evidence. The message is out. But now the Republic will brand them traitors. The Jedi will hunt them. And Palpatine. Rex reports, we lost 12 men, Kamino garrison forces who wouldn't stand down. Anakin closes his eyes. 12 lives. 12 brothers. They'll be remembered. What now, sir? Anakin looks at the data cylinder. Everything they need to expose Palpatine. Now we go to Coruscant. We march on the Senate. And we end this. Chancellor's office. Coruscant. Palpatine receives the report from Lama Su. For the first time in decades, he feels concern. Skywalker has the evidence. The broadcast went out. Clones across the galaxy are questioning. Order 66 is compromised. But Palpatine didn't survive this long without contingencies. He activates a secure comm. Execute Order 65. Order 65. In canon, Order 65 authorizes removal of the Supreme Chancellor, if deemed unfit. But Palpatine subverted it. His version, General Skywalker and the 501st Legion have been compromised by separatist influence. They are to be arrested or terminated on sight. The order transmits to every chipped clone force. But because of Five's message and the data dump, the response is fractured. Some clones obey, others refuse. The Grand Army is splitting. Senate building. Emergency session. Palpatine addresses the Senate. Voice grave. Senators, it is with great sorrow that I must report General Anakin Skywalker has betrayed the Republic. Gasps echo. Padme Amidala stands. That's a lie. Anakin would never... Senator Amidala. Palpatine interrupts gently. I understand your emotional attachment to the general clouds your judgment, but the facts are clear. Skywalker has stolen 3 Republic warships, raided Kamino, and broadcast treasonous propaganda. Bail Organa stands. Perhaps the general has uncovered evidence of corruption. Have you investigated his claims about inhibitor chips? Senator Organa, the Kaminoans have assured me the chips are standard safety protocols. Skywalker's conspiracy theory is based on a mentally unstable clone's ravings. The Senate is divided. Fear of separatist infiltration, carefully stoked by Palpatine, wins. Motion passes. Anakin Skywalker and the 501st are declared enemies of the Republic. Padme contacts Bail privately. We have to help him. I believe you. But we need proof. He has proof he raided Kamino for it. Then we need to get it before Palpatine does. Jedi Temple. Council Chamber. Emergency session. Mace Windu, Anakin has gone too far. The Senate has declared him an enemy. Obi-Wan, we need to speak with him. Understand what he's discovered. Yoda meditates. A shadow over the Republic. There is. Skywalker's actions, motivated by fear they are not. By certainty. Mace, the Council votes. Obi-Wan will intercept Anakin. Bring him back peacefully. The 501ST returns. Coruscant orbit. The Venators drop out of hyperspace. Immediate hail from Defense Fleet. Resolute, this is Fleet Command. Power down and prepare to be boarded. Anakin. Negative. We're on a mission authorized by the will of the Force. Surrender your ship. Not happening. The Defense Fleet moves to intercept. But Anakin doesn't need to fight. Just get through. The Resolute plunges into atmosphere, dodging turbo laser fire. TIE fighters scrambling. But the 501st has the best pilots. They weave through the blockade. Republic military base. The Venators land. Boarding ramps lower. Anakin steps out. Behind him 2,847 chip-free soldiers march in formation. Commander Fox and the Coruscant Guard wait. Thousands of clone troopers. Armed. Ready. Fox raises his weapon. General Skywalker, you are under arrest. Anakin keeps walking. Fox, I'm not your enemy. Palpatine is. The Chancellor explained your propaganda. Then check your head. The chip. It's real. Fox hesitates, hand moving to the back of his skull. Then he lowers it. I follow orders. Rex steps forward. Fox, brother, we've served together. Trust me. The chips are real. I've had mine removed. I'm free. You're a traitor, Rex. And you can be too. Some Coruscant Guard lower weapons. Others raise them higher. Tension mounting. One wrong move. Massacre. Then, a Jedi starfighter screams overhead. Lands between the forces. Obi-Wan Kenobi steps out. Hands raised. Everyone stand down. Anakin's eyes meet Obi-Wan's. Master. Anakin. We need to talk. Now. Fox. Master Kenobi. General Skywalker is under arrest. And I'm here to mediate. No one fires. That's an order. The standoff holds. Anakin knows this is his chance. If he can convince Obi-Wan, the Jedi will stand with him. All right, let's talk. Anakin and Obi-Wan stand face to face. Rex and Fox watch from a distance. Weapons lowered but ready. Obi-Wan speaks first. Anakin, what have you done? What I had to. Anakin pulls out a datapad, hands it to Obi-Wan. Master, the Chancellor is a Sith Lord, Darth Sidious. He's been orchestrating this war from the beginning. Obi-Wan takes the datapad, doesn't look at it yet. That's an extraordinary accusation. I have proof. Everything's there. The chip program, Dooku's orders, Palpatine's authorization. Order 66. Obi-Wan reviews the evidence. Obi-Wan scrolls through the data. His face pales. Chip schematics. Neural control interfaces. Contingency orders. 150 of them. Order 4. Fire on Republic Command. Order 5. Remove the Supreme Chancellor. Order 37. Capture Republic leadership. And there, Order 66. In the event of Jedi officers acting against the interests of the Republic, and after receiving specific orders verified as coming directly from the Supreme Chancellor, all battalion commanders are to execute their Jedi officers immediately and without hesitation. Obi-Wan's hands shake. This can't be real. It is, Anakin says quietly. And if we don't stop him, every Jedi in the galaxy dies, including you, including Ahsoka, including the younglings in the temple. Obi-Wan looks at his former Padawan, seeing something he's never seen before. Not anger, not impulsiveness, absolute certainty. Even if this is true, Obi-Wan says carefully, you can't just march on the Senate. That's not the Jedi way. The Jedi way failed. Anakin's voice hardens. You've been fighting this war for 3 years, and never once saw the enemy standing right in front of you. In the Chancellor's office. Manipulating the Council. Playing both sides. And your way is better? Stealing warships? Going rogue? Turning the clones against the Republic? I'm not turning them against the Republic. I'm freeing them. The chips, Master. They're slaves. All of them. And when Palpatine gives the order, they'll kill you without even knowing why. Everything he's believed. The Republic, the Chancellor, the war. Crumbling. But the evidence is undeniable. Too detailed. Too specific. What do you need from me? Obi-Wan asks quietly. Anakin exhales. Relief flooding through him. Help me. Confront Palpatine. In front of the Senate. Force him to answer for this. And if he refuses, then we arrest him. For treason. Obi-Wan looks back at the Jedi Temple in the distance. The Council will never approve this. I've always trusted you, Anakin. Even when you made things difficult. I'm trusting you now. He turns to Fox. Commander, stand down. General Skywalker is under my protection. I can't disobey the Chancellor's orders, sir. You can, Anakin says. You're more than your programming, Fox. Fox's hand drifts to the back of his head again. He feels it. The chip. There. Real. Prove it. Fox says. Remove mine. If what you're saying is true, prove it. Fox's chip removal. Medical bay. Resolute. Kix prepares the surgical station. Fox lies down, helmet off, surrounded by brothers and former enemies. This is insane, one Coruscant guard trooper mutters. Yeah, another agrees. But what if he's right? Anakin uses the Force to guide Kix's hands. The incision is made. The chip located. Fox doesn't use anesthesia. Wants to feel it. The chip is extracted. Fox sits up slowly, touches the back of his head, wound already being sealed. I can feel the difference. Like a weight I didn't know was there is gone. He looks at Anakin. You were telling the truth. I know. Fox stands, addresses Coruscant guard. Stand down. All of you. Skywalker's right. We've been compromised. The defection. One by one, Coruscant guard troopers request chip removal. Not all of them. Some still believe in Palpatine, still loyal to the Republic. But enough. Within 2 hours, Fox has 800 chip-free Coruscant guard troopers, combined with the 501st, nearly 3,700 soldiers ready to march. War room. Resolute. Anakin, Obi-Wan, Rex, Fox, and Fives plan the operation. Objective. Force a Senate hearing on Palpatine's treason. The approach. Phase 1. March the 501st and Coruscant Guard to the Senate building. Show of force, not an attack. Phase 2. Demand an emergency session. Phase 3. Present the evidence publicly. Phase 4. If Palpatine resists, arrest him for treason. Obi-Wan adds, I'll contact the council. Master Yoda needs to see this evidence. Will he believe it? Anakin asks. He'll sense the truth, and once he does, the Jedi will stand with us. Fox points out, the Chancellor has Senate Guard and remaining Coruscant Guard under his control. If he orders them to open fire, this becomes a bloodbath. Then we don't give him the chance, Anakin says. We move fast, present the evidence before he can spin it. Force the Senate to choose, democracy or dictatorship. Jedi Temple. Obi-Wan transmits the evidence to the Council via encrypted channel. Yoda watches the data, ears drooping. True, this is. Feel it. I can. The dark side. In the Chancellor's office it emanates. Mace Windu clenches his fists. He's been playing us, all along. Kiadi Mundi. We should arrest him immediately. No, Yoda says. Powerful. Sidious is. Alone? Confront him we cannot. Join with Skywalker. We must. Not all the Council agrees. Some believe Anakin has gone too far. But Yoda, Mace, Plo Koon, Kit Fisto, and Obi-Wan prepare to join the march. The others remain at the temple, ready to protect the younglings if Order 66 activates. The march begins, Republic military base to Senate District. 1,400 hours. 3,700 clone troopers march in perfect formation through Coruscant streets. Citizens stop and stare. News droids swarm. At the front, Anakin, flanked by Rex and Fives. Beside them, Obi-Wan and the Jedi Council members. Lightsabers at their belts. Behind, the 501st in blue-striped armor. The Coruscant Guard in red-striped armor. No weapons raised, just presence. They're not attacking. They're demanding justice. Padme's role. Padme watches from the Senate building. Contacts Bail Organa. They're coming. I know, Bail says. I'm calling for an emergency session. If Palpatine refuses, we'll force it. Palpatine's response. Chancellor's office. Palpatine watches the march on monitors. Face calm, mind racing. He activates a hidden comm. Darth Tyrannus, are you prepared? Count Dooku's voice. The Separatist fleet is in position. My master. One word, and we strike Coruscant. Not yet. Let them come. I want them all in one place. Palpatine has one final card. If Anakin and the Jedi confront him in the Senate, he'll activate Order 66 remotely, not galaxy-wide, targeted. Every chipped clone in the Senate building will turn on the Jedi. It won't be the grand purge he planned, but it will be enough. The arrival. Senate building. Grand entrance. The 3,700 clones halt at the steps. Anakin, Obi-Wan, Rex, Fives, and Fox ascend. Senate guards block the entrance. By order of the Chancellor, no armed forces. Obi-Wan uses the Force. You will let us pass. The grand entrance. Doors open. Anakin and the Jedi walk into the Senate chamber. Senators gasp, murmur, panic. Palpatine sits in the Chancellor's podium. Calm as ever. General Skywalker. You return as a fugitive and a traitor. Surrender yourself, and perhaps the Senate will show mercy. Anakin steps forward, voice echoing through the chamber. I'm here to present evidence of treason. Against you, Chancellor. Darth Sidious. The Senate erupts. The evidence presented. Bail Organa uploads the Kamino data to the Senate's central display. Every senator sees it. Chip schematics. Palpatine's orders. Order 66 protocols. Padme stands. Supreme Chancellor. How do you explain this? Palpatine's voice is smooth. This is separatist fabrication. Count Dooku's final attempt to destabilize the Republic. Then explain the chips, Mace Windu says, stepping forward. Explain why every clone has a control device in their brain. To prevent the clones from becoming too aggressive. The Kaminoans designed them. You authorized them. Anakin interrupts. Your signature is on the orders. The Senate's doubt. The senators are divided. Some believe Palpatine. Others see the truth. Bail Organa. I move for a vote of no confidence in Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. Palpatine stands. Very well. Let the Senate decide. But know this, if you remove me, the Republic will fall. The Separatists will strike, and you will all die. He raises his hand. Anakin realizes Palpatine is about to activate Order 66. No! Anakin shouts, igniting his lightsaber. But Palpatine is faster. He transmits the signal. Order 66. Every chipped clone in the Senate building, Senate guards, security forces, receives the command. Their eyes go blank. They raise their weapons and open fire on the Jedi. Chaos. The Senate chamber erupts into violence. Anakin deflects blaster fire, protecting senators. Obi-Wan and Mace engage chipped clones, using stun techniques. Plo Koon creates force barriers, shielding civilians. Kit Fisto fights through Senate guards. But there are too many. Palpatine's transformation. Palpatine's face twists, snarl replacing the grandfatherly smile. Lightning crackling at his fingertips. You should have joined me when you had the chance, young Skywalker. He unleashes Force lightning. Anakin's blade catches it, dissipates the energy. I've seen what happens when I join you. I become a monster. I kill everything I love, not this time. The chip-free VS. The chipped brothers burst into the chamber, engaging their chipped brothers. But using stun bolts, they won't kill their brothers. The chipped clones have no such restraint. Rex fights beside Fox, both shouting at their men. Stand down. You're being controlled. Some chipped clones hesitate. The broadcast from Kamino still fresh. Doubt creeping in. Others continue firing. The duel begins. Anakin leaps toward Palpatine, using the Force to propel himself across the chamber. Palpatine's podium detaches, rising into the air. From beneath his robes, Palpatine draws a crimson lightsaber. It ignites with a hiss. They clash on the floating podium. The style. Palpatine, Form 7. Juyo, aggressive, chaotic, unpredictable. A blur of red light and fury. Anakin, Form V. Gemso, powerful, relentless, overwhelming. But controlled. He's fought Sith before. And Vader's memories. The choreography. They duel on the podium. Blades screaming. Sparks flying. Palpatine is fast. Faster than any opponent Anakin has faced. But Anakin has Vader's experience. He anticipates strikes before they land. The Force battle. Between blade strikes, they duel in the Force. Palpatine hurls Senate pods at Anakin. Anakin deflects them with the Force. Pods crashing into walls. Anakin tries to force push Palpatine off the podium. Palpatine anchors himself, cackling. You're strong, boy, but not strong enough. The lightning Palpatine disengages, leaps backward, raises his hands. Force lightning erupts. Blue-white arcs engulfing Anakin. Anakin screams, raises his lightsaber to block, energy channeling through the blade, pain immense. In his mind, Vader's memories flare. He's felt this before. On the Death Star, when Palpatine tortured Luke. But this time, he's not consumed by the dark side. He's fighting for something. Not against something. The Resistance. Anakin pushes through the pain. Steps forward, blade raised. Walking through the lightning. Palpatine's eyes widen. Impossible. Anakin closes the distance. Slashes. Palpatine barely dodges. Lightning cutting off. The psychological warfare. Palpatine snarls. You think you've won? Even if you kill me, the Separatists will strike. The war will continue. Millions will die. Maybe. But at least they'll die free. Free? Palpatine laughs. The clones will never be free. They're property. Tools. Weapons. Not while I'm alive. They clash again. Faster. Harder. Palpatine tries to goad Anakin into the dark side. Use your anger. Strike me down. Give in to your hate. But Anakin doesn't. He fights with clarity. Purpose. Because he's not fighting for himself. He's fighting for his brothers. Rex's intervention. Below, Rex and the 501st have secured the Senate floor. Chipped clones stunned or disarmed. Rex looks up at the duel, sees Anakin struggling. He raises his DC-15 blaster rifle. Sir, duck. Anakin drops. Rex fires. The blaster bolt streaks past Anakin. Aimed at Palpatine. Palpatine deflects it with the Force. But the distraction costs him. Anakin lunges. Drives his lightsaber forward. Palpatine parries. But he's off balance. The disarm. Anakin uses a Form V power move. Devastating overhead strike crashing down on Palpatine's blade. The crimson lightsaber flies from Palpatine's hand, clattering to the floor far below. Palpatine stumbles back. Weaponless. The final confrontation. Palpatine's voice shifts. Kind. Grandfatherly. Anakin. Please. I taught you. I guided you. I cared for you when the Jedi did not. You're like a son to me. You're a liar. Anakin's blade at Palpatine's throat. If you strike me down, you'll become everything you fear. A murderer. A monster. The Jedi will never forgive you. Anakin remembers Vader. The moment he killed Palpatine by throwing him into the Death Star's reactor. But he also remembers what it cost. Years of servitude. Years of pain. He doesn't need to kill Palpatine to win. He just needs to stop him. You're under arrest. For treason against the Republic. Palpatine's face twists into rage. The Senate will never convict me. I am the Senate. Not anymore. The final attack. Palpatine tries one last time. Raises his hands. Force lightning. But he's exhausted. Weakened. Anakin doesn't even block. He walks through it, blade raised, and brings the lightsaber down. Not to kill. To sever. He cuts off both of Palpatine's hands. Palpatine screams, collapses to his knees. The arrest. Mace Windu arrives. Having fought through chipped clones, he looks at Palpatine, writhing on the ground, handless. Defeated. Anakin, step back. We'll take him into custody. Anakin deactivates his lightsaber. He's all yours, Master. Mace and Kit Fisto restrain Palpatine with force-suppressing binders. Palpatine looks at Anakin. You've won nothing. The war will continue. The Separatists will never surrender. Anakin leans close. The war ends when we expose your control over both sides. And that data is already in Bail Organa's hands. Palpatine's face goes pale. The transmission. Palpatine's communications with Count Dooku, proving he controlled the Separatists. The data goes out. Every Separatist world. Every Republic world. Every neutral system. The truth is undeniable. The war ends. Across the galaxy, Separatist leaders see the proof. Dooku's betrayal. Palpatine's manipulation. One by one, they sue for peace. The Clone Wars are over. The aftermath. Senate floor littered with stunned clones. Debris. Smoke. But the Jedi are alive. The senators are alive. And Palpatine, Darth Sidious, is in custody. Anakin stands with Rex, Fives, and Obi-Wan. We did it, Five says. Barely believing it. Yeah, Rex agrees. We did. Obi-Wan places a hand on Anakin's shoulder. You saved us all. Anakin shakes his head. We saved each other. Padme runs through the chamber, past guards, throws herself into Anakin's arms. You're alive. So are you. Anakin breathes. And this time you're staying that way. 2 weeks later, the trial. Galactic Senate. Special Tribunal. Palpatine stands before the Senate, bound in force-suppressing restraints, hands replaced with crude prosthetics. The charges: treason against the Galactic Republic, orchestrating the Clone Wars conspiracy to commit genocide, Order 66, enslavement of sentient beings, clone army, crimes against the Jedi Order. Bail Organa and Padme Amidala lead the prosecution. They present Kamino evidence communications with Dooku, testimony from Fives, Rex, dozens of chip-free clones, Jedi testimony about the dark side presence. The defense argues the evidence was obtained illegally, that Palpatine acted in the Republic's best interest. The Senate isn't buying it. Verdict: guilty on all charges. Sentence: life imprisonment in maximum security facility, stripped of all titles and honors. As he's led away, Palpatine smiles. The Sith will rise again. They always do. Yoda responds. But today, fall you have. Enough, that is. The Jedi Council, Jedi Temple, Council Chamber. The Jedi must reckon with their failure. Mace. We were blind. We allowed a Sith Lord to rule the Republic for over a decade. Yoda. Failed. We did. But learned we have. Arrogant. The Jedi became. Humility we must embrace. Obi-Wan. Anakin saw what we couldn't. He trusted his instincts. His bonds with the clones. Maybe that's the lesson. The Council votes to reform. No more involvement in galactic politics. No more command of military forces. Return to role as peacekeepers and mediators. The clones' freedom. Senate building. Special session. Bail Organa proposes the Clone Rights Act. All clones recognized as sentient beings with full citizenship. Inhibitor chips removed from all clones. Voluntary but encouraged. Clones granted right to choose. Continue service, retire, or pursue civilian life. Republic provides pension, housing, support, accelerated aging researched and treated as medical condition. The act passes unanimously. Across Coruscant, clones celebrate. Some remove helmets publicly. Others choose names. Others cry. Rex speaks on behalf of the clones. We were made to be soldiers, but today we become citizens. Some will stay in the fight. Some will go home. But all of us, every single one, will be free. Thank you, Senators. Thank you, General Skywalker. And thank you to all our brothers who didn't make it here to see this day. Anakin's choice, Jedi Temple, private meeting with the Council. Anakin stands before Yoda, Mace, and Obi-Wan. Mace, Anakin Skywalker, you've saved the Republic, exposed a Sith Lord, freed the clone army. The Council offers you the rank of Jedi Master. Anakin looks at them. For years he's wanted this. But now, I'm honored. But I need to ask, what does that mean now? If the Jedi are stepping back from politics, from the military, what's a master's role? Yoda. A teacher, you would be. A guide. To the next generation, wisdom you would pass. Anakin hesitates. I appreciate the offer, Masters, but I'm done being a general. I've seen too much death, too much war. Obi-Wan, what will you do? I'm going to retire. Marry Padme. Raise my children. Live a quiet life. Mace, you're leaving the Order? I'm not leaving. I'll always be a Jedi. I'll help when you need me. But I'm not going to be a soldier anymore. Yoda smiles. Wise you have become, young Skywalker. Proud of you I am. 3 months later, the wedding. Naboo, Lake Country. Anakin and Padme marry. Small, private ceremony. Attendees, Obi-Wan, best man. Rex, standing beside Anakin as friend not soldier. Fives kicks Jesse, Apo. Other 500 First Brothers. Bail and Breha Organa. Ahsoka Tano. C-3PO. Anakin looks at Padme. I've seen the future, and I've changed it. For us. Padme smiles. Tears in her eyes. Then let's build a better one. Together. The galaxy heals. Across the galaxy, Kamino cloning facilities repurposed for medical research. Senate drafts new constitution limiting executive power. Separatist worlds sign peace treaties. Jedi Temple trains younglings in peace. Bail Organa elected Supreme Chancellor. First Act, establish term limits. The 501 St. Legacy. Coruscant, Clone Memorial. Monument erected. Center, statue of a clone trooper. Helmet off, looking toward horizon. Inscription, Brothers in Arms, free in spirit. Never forgotten. Rex, Fives, and Anakin stand before it. We lost a lot of good men, Rex says. But we saved millions more, Fives points out. Anakin nods. They didn't die for nothing. The 501st officially disbands as military unit. Some join Republic Defense Force, others retire. But they stay in touch. Once a week, gathering at 79S. To drink, remember, celebrate their freedom. 6 months later. Naboo, Varikino Estate. Padme is visibly pregnant. Twins. Anakin sits beside her on the balcony, watching sunset over the lake. Do you ever regret it? Padme asks. Leaving the Jedi. Not for a second. I spent years fighting, years at war. But this is what I was meant for. Being here. With you. With them. He places a hand on her stomach. The Vader memories are fading, replaced by new memories. Better ones. I changed the future, Anakin says quietly. Padme smiles. We all did. They chose Tatooine, where Anakin's journey began. Padme gives birth. Medical droids attending. Anakin holding her hand. One more push, Senator. Padme screams. Pushes. A baby's cry. It's a boy. Luke Skywalker enters the world, wailing. Healthy. Perfect. Anakin holds his son. Tears streaming. Hello, Luke. I'm your father. Minutes later, a second cry. It's a girl. Leia Skywalker. Just as loud. Just as perfect. Padme holds her daughter. Exhausted. Radiant. They're beautiful. Just like their mother. Medical droids confirm. Mother and children healthy. No complications. No broken hearts. Anakin changed the future. 2 years later. Naboo. Varikino. Anakin watches Luke and Leia, 18 months, play in the garden. Force sensitive. He can feel it. But they won't be trained as warriors. Not unless they choose it. Visitors arrive over time. Obi-Wan. Meeting his niece and nephew. Bail Organa and Mon Mothma. Co-leading the Reformed Republic. Ahsoka Tano. Understanding his choice completely. The Republic is healing. Slowly. Palpatine's trial lasted 3 months. Evidence overwhelming. Verdict. Guilty. Sentence. Life imprisonment. Force suppressed. Constant guard. He'll die in that cell. Alone. Defeated. The 501 St. reunion. Coruscant. 79's bar. Packed with chip-free clones, Jedi civilians. Rex. Civilian consultant for Republic Defense Force. Fives. Runs Veteran Support Organization. Kix. Chief Medical Officer at Veterans Hospital. Jesse. Republic Marshal on Frontier Worlds. Apo. Teaches tactics at Military Academy. When Anakin walks in with Padme and the twins, the bar erupts in cheers. General! Fives calls out. Not a general anymore. Just Anakin. You'll always be our general, Rex says. 5 years later, Luke and Leia, 5 years old, learning about the Force from Anakin. Gently, playfully, without pressure. Luke asks, Daddy, were you really a hero? Anakin kneels. I did what I had to do. But the real heroes were the clones. Your uncles, Rex, Fives, all of them. They chose freedom when it would have been easier to stay slaves. Leia, will we be heroes? You can be whatever you want to be, Padme says. That's the gift they gave you. Choice. Palpatine's fate. Maximum security prison. Outer Rim. Palpatine sits in force-suppressing cell. Aging rapidly without the dark side. Yoda visits. Once. Come to gloat, have you? Palpatine rasps. No. To understand. Power, what else is there? Compassion. Love. Hope. Weaknesses. Yoda shakes his head. Wrong you are, and wrong you will die. Palpatine dies in prison 3 years later. Alone. Forgotten. The Sith die with him. The final scene. Naboo. Varakino balcony. Sunset. Anakin stands alone, watching twin suns set. Poetic mirror to Tatooine. The Vader memories are distant now, faded, like a nightmare barely remembered. In another life I became a monster. I killed the people I loved. I enslaved the galaxy. But not this time. This time, I chose my brothers. I chose freedom. I chose love. And the galaxy is better for it. Padme wraps her arms around him. What are you thinking about? The future. Our future. And it's bright. Inside, Luke and Leia play. Laughing. Safe. Free. The Force flows. Balanced. Content. Light and dark in harmony. Not through suppression. Through understanding. The prophecy fulfilled. Not through fire and blood, but through one man's choice to save his brothers instead of following orders blindly. To trust instead of hide. To love instead of fear. The galaxy spins on. The Republic rebuilds. The Jedi reform. The clones find freedom. And on Naboo, in a small villa by the lake, the Skywalker family lives. Happily, honestly, whole. Fade to black. The Force is with them, always. Let us know what you'd like to see next. The end.